Let me ask you a simple question. If someone asked you today, what are your 5 biggest professional achievements from the past 2 years? Could you answer immediately? Most people can't. Not because they haven't accomplished anything, because they never wrote it down. Every week, you solve problems, finish projects, help customers, improve processes, learn new skills, support your team. Then life moves on. The next project begins. The next deadline arrives. And slowly, those achievements disappear from memory. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most overlooked career habits you can build: documentation. It may not sound exciting, but it can completely change how you prepare for interviews, negotiate salaries, earn promotions, and build long-term career security. Let's begin. First, what exactly is career documentation? It's simply keeping a record of the work you've done and the value you've created. Think of it as creating evidence of your professional growth. Instead of hoping you'll remember everything later, you create a reliable record today. The first reason documentation matters is because memory is unreliable. Ask yourself, can you remember every project you completed last year? Every compliment from a client? Every improvement you introduced? Probably not. And that's completely normal. Our brains are designed to move forward, not to store every workplace achievement forever. Documentation fills that gap. The second reason, documentation makes interviews easier. Recruiters often ask questions like, tell me about a time you solved a difficult problem. Describe a successful project. What's your biggest professional achievement? Without preparation, many professionals freeze. Not because they lack experience, because they can't remember specific examples under pressure. If you've documented your work, the answers are already waiting for you. The third reason, documentation strengthens performance reviews. Managers don't always remember everything you've contributed, especially if they supervise many employees. When review season arrives, you can confidently discuss your accomplishments with facts instead of guesses. You aren't saying, I think I did well. You're saying, here's what I achieved. That changes the conversation. The fourth reason, documentation supports salary negotiations. Salary discussions shouldn't rely on opinions. They should rely on evidence. Maybe you reduced costs, improved customer satisfaction, increased productivity, trained new employees, completed major projects. When you can clearly demonstrate your value, your conversations become much stronger. The fifth reason, documentation helps you update your CV. Many people wait until they're job hunting. Then they spend hours trying to remember everything they've done. Instead, update your achievement log throughout the year. When it's time to refresh your CV, most of the work is already done. The sixth reason, documentation improves your LinkedIn profile. Your LinkedIn profile should grow with your career. Each certification, each project, each achievement, each new responsibility. These updates become much easier when you've already documented them. The seventh reason, documentation protects you during workplace change. Managers leave. Companies restructure. Teams change. Sometimes the people who know your work are no longer there. Your documented achievements become your professional history. They remind others, and yourself, of the value you've created. The eighth reason, documentation builds confidence. Confidence doesn't come from pretending to know everything. It comes from preparation. When you know exactly what you've achieved, it's much easier to speak about your experience. Preparation creates confidence. The ninth reason, documentation helps identify your strengths. Over time, patterns begin to appear. Perhaps you consistently solve operational problems. Maybe you improve customer experiences or lead successful projects. Your documentation reveals the areas where you create the most value. That insight helps guide future career decisions. And finally, the 10th reason, documentation prepares you for unexpected opportunities. Sometimes a recruiter contacts you without warning. Sometimes an internal promotion opens unexpectedly. Sometimes you meet someone who asks, so tell me about yourself. Prepared professionals don't panic. They already know their story. Now here's the good news. Keeping an achievement log doesn't need to be complicated. Use a notebook, a spreadsheet, a document on your computer, even a folder containing positive emails from managers or clients. Once a month, spend 10 minutes updating it. Write down projects completed, problems solved, skills learned, positive feedback, awards, training, measurable results. Small notes today become powerful evidence tomorrow. I'd like to leave you with one final thought. Your career isn't only built by the work you do. It's also built by your ability to demonstrate the value of that work. If you don't document your achievements, someone else may tell your career story for you. Make sure you're the author of your own professional journey. If today's video helped you think differently about career development, you'll find more practical career articles, professional resources, and career blueprints through the Work Ready Hub website linked in the channel's profile. Thank you for watching. Keep learning, keep growing, and remember, protect your career before problems become crises.